Have you tried exercising your dog with Cavaletti poles and you feel like you're not sure what you're doing? Or have you wanted to try exercising your dog with Cavaletti poles, but you're not sure if you're going to do it right? Well, I'm Dr. Laurie McCauley from Optimum Pet Vitality, and I'm going to go through it so you're sure of what you're doing for no matter what type of exercise you want to do with them. So let's start with spacing the Cavalettis. If we have a dog who's older, geriatric, weak, or neurological, we want to start with our poles actually 1.5 from base of the tail to tip of the nose, lengths apart, with the idea that they're like, there's this thing in my way. 1, 2, 3, 4. They get all 4 feet over one before they get to the next one, right? Then as they get stronger, we can bring them closer together. For everybody else, we're going to start by teaching them the game. And the game is you get to step over the Cavalettis without clicking them, tipping them, pushing them, anything like that. And so that we're setting them up to succeed and not fail, we want to have them, when they start, to be their stride length apart. You say, well, how do I know what their stride length is? I'm going to show you. If our goal is weight bearing, a dog's had an injury, or they haven't been putting weight on one leg and we want to strengthen one leg specifically, we want to teach them the game, starting with their stride length, and then slowly spread them out a little bit. Why would we do that? So that they're spending more time on each leg, isolating it, so that we have equal weight balance. If we have a show dog or a dog where we want a little more reach and a little more drive, we're going to spread them out so that they're reaching to get over that next pole. Say we have a dog with a luxating patella, we want to get them to pick their feet up high and strengthen the quadriceps, the muscle that helps hold that little patella in place, as much as we can. So in that case, we want to have them closer together so that they can be picking up their feet and thinking about what they're doing. Dogs with cognitive disorders, we can also use this so that we're making them think. Now, if we have an athlete, what we want to do is have some longer distances, some closer distances. We can have different heights. We can have different angles so that we can work on proprioception and balance and make them really think about, where do I place my feet? Do I have to put 2 feet in one place? Do I have to step over 2? So if our goal is cognition, proprioception, and balance, we're going to have all different angles and heights to really make them think. You say, okay, well, you started with stride length. How do we know what their stride length was? Well, the first thing I want to tell you is what it's not. Stride length is not the distance between the front legs and the back legs. Think about a dachshund. Their legs are this long. Their stride length is this long, but their front and back feet are that far apart. So I want you to get 2 measurements, and from there, we're going to figure out what your dog's stride length is. The first measurement is going to be from the ground to the point of the shoulder, where that little bump is that comes out. The second measurement is from the ground to the withers. And it's going to depend upon whether your dog likes to walk or trot through the poles. So write these down. Now, if your dog is going to walk through the Cavalettis, we want to start with the distance from the floor to the point of the shoulder. And it's probably going to be a little bit longer, depending upon if they're walking fast or if they're meandering. So the faster the dog moves, the faster the dog walks, the longer the stride length. If they trot, border collies, Aussies, you ever see them walk? They're like, They are not comfortable in a walk. They want to trot. For those guys, we're going to start with the floor to the withers, or maybe a little bit less. Again, the faster they trot, the longer the stride length. The slower they trot, the slower the stride length. So you want to be consistent when you're taking them through so you know what their stride length is. Then you can video it and watch them. So if the poles are here and here, if their back foot sits right here, you want it to be in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. If the back foot is right next to this pole, then for each one, you want it to be right next to that pole. When you see that consistency, you know you have their stride length. Then, once you know what their stride length is, you can measure how far apart the Cavalettis should be, and then take your leash or a rope or something that you carry with you and mark it so that you don't have to have a measuring tape every time. You want to be consistent. And if you have multiple dogs, okay, take that leash or whatever you're taking that you're going to write on, mark it and put the dog's initial next to it. So if you have Chetty, then it's going to be a C. And then you have a Jovi, that could be a J. So that you can know for each dog what the stride length should be. Now, we talked about dogs with short legs, and thinking about short legs, I wanted to show you a video of Snoopy, who's got very short legs. And even Snoopy can go over Cavaletti poles. Little legs, adorable pig. If you have a dog with longer legs, you can actually use different length or different height Cavalettis. More different heights, more challenge. Help with the body as well as helping with the mind, helping them think through it. If you like these Cavaletti jacks and you want a set for yourself, click on the link below and we'll send you to a location where you can order a set for yourself. They're lots of fun, color-coded, and you can use them easily right out of the box. Okay, I'm Dr. Laurie McCauley from Optimum Pet Vitality. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed this video, click on the link below and sign up for our newsletter, which will periodically send you more fun, informative videos like this. And share the link with your friends so that you can have everybody help their dog so that there's not as many injuries in the world. You can follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.